Welcome to the Hooch, where the only place more messed up than your hosts is the barracks on a Friday night or the VA. So get ready to stand by for your weekly dose of toilet humor and shenanigans from your fellow veterans, Coy Mack and Michael Grizzled Grunt Harris.
And welcome back to the Hooch, everybody. We are in a new setup, new studio. We got Nathan Schultz over here on the side of the couch, Whoa. Michael Harris, myself, Coy Mack, and of course we have big man Kai.
What up, bitches?
And we got our special guest.
And Emma. Who's going to sit on the couch
We
with us
brought
today.
Emma back to the studio.
We did. So we're in, obviously, Dingo Distribution headquarters as well as ATP. That is our new setup. That is our new dig. So whoever's on the show gets to sit down on the couch with all the rest of us. And
the casting couch with the big boys.
The casting couch, yeah. This is definitely the casting
Heaven
couch.
help us all.
John said I'm not allowed to use it as a casting couch.
And I'll tell you what, man, the fucking Texas summer is starting to heat up.
Yeah.
I'm hot as balls.
I'll tell you what, like
right now, 93.
when we work out into the warehouse, it is literally a sweatshop. Like putting hard work orders for ATP, getting those orders out to you guys that love our shirts. Order our shirts.
Order our shirts. If you guys have any questions, you can
and this one.
reach me at marketing@americansugarpullers.com.
Right. So we skipped last week because we were basically doing this. We were building this setup right here that we've got now. Did the floors, did the wall painting, got this whole setup with our Hooch posters and ATP and Dingo.
We figured we were cheaper than hiring the guys outside Home Depot.
And that's racist.
It's not racist because
It's not racist because he's brown.
It's not racist. It wasn't racist until you made it racist. I've seen white people outside Home Depot.
Don't make it weird, dude.
That's true.
Don't make it
They're
weird.
normally just guys who can't get hired because they're either felons or illegals. So either way, they did something illegal.
America.
No.
America.
Anyway, so we've got a lot of great things planned for you guys. Today is going to be a very interesting episode because we're going to talk about our particular shadow ban that we faced.
For everyone who didn't see us for the last 2 weeks, it was thanks, Facebook.
So we'll get into that. We also have this one group that we really wanted to bring up that we've been having fun with for the last couple of days. It's I'm sorry for my whiteness.
I'm so sorry for my
group.
whiteness.
It's a crows group.
It's a crows group.
It's a
crows group.
It's very
See,
close.
and Coy says he's not Asian.
It's a closed group, which basically what is it? Basically, they indoctrinate people to be sorry for their white privilege.
Yes.
Is that how you describe
They
that?
pretty much sit up there and they throw out everything what's wrong with whiteness.
Sitting there ivory.
And I'm pretty sure they're all white.
Half the admins claim to be black, and they are so white they make Nathan Schultz look like he's my color skin.
But those sons of
I mean,
bitches
I'm
wanted
pretty
to be
freaking
famous.
white. I'm not gonna lie. Man.
But dude, you're Asian, so I mean, Asian people have yellow.
Asian. I don't know how many times I have to say that. Like, we're gonna have to do the 23andMe just so I can prove.
Bro, I'm gonna
how
prove.
white I
So
am.
do the 23andMe, and it's gonna show that you're more chinky than I am.
But I'm pretty sure these guys they're just a bunch of fucking basement dwellers.
They're beta male cuck bitches.
Big fat white guys.
First of all, there's nothing wrong with being fat. There's a lot with wrong being fat, but at the same time, fluffy.
But like I was saying, they're probably some big fat white guys sitting in their mom's basement with Cheeto grease covered on their fingers, hating themselves.
Mom makes some hot pockets.
Nate,
So super sweet.
have you seen it? Have you seen the group that we're talking about?
Okay, I saw a little bit. Like, I didn't really want to join the group. And guys were saying join the group. I'm like, no. I looked into it a little bit. Just some of the stuff you guys are talking about, some of the stuff you guys have shown me. It's definitely, basically the main rules is you can't block any of the admin, or you can't say anything bad about the admin.
Yeah, you can't say anything.
You can't, if you report anything, you're instantly kicked out of there.
You were mega banned.
Basically, it's the whole thing. It's basically we are gods, and you will listen to everything we say, or you're out of here. So
It's
Pretty
pretty
much,
much
yeah.
It's pretty much a page created by fascists for fascists.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the guy that runs it. Okay, so I've got his picture. I'll throw it up on for you guys. is his name is Joel Rand. Is that Randery? Comrade Joe.
Yeah, with a freaking communist flag as his back.
I know. Yeah, he's totally one of those guys. Like, man,
he's a commie.
Yeah, this is the dude that we've been getting into it with, though.
I've been getting more into it with Robert Allen.
Allen, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, same here.
And I'm not. We can't post the photo of his profile
because it's fake.
No. Well, not just that, but it's a child, and whoever's child that is, I'm not going to. Well,
it's the Wakanda Forever child. Like that's what the dude did.
That's the biggest one I understand.
He's a fake profile. They got the Wakanda Forever guy. Like that's what he did. And
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a white guy, and he called me a house nigga earlier.
He did. He absolutely did.
I'm Hawaiian.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, we were slaves too, so does that mean I'm technically black now?
Yeah, no.
No? Mike, am I black?
No.
Him in the face.
That was weird. That was awkward.
My roommate wouldn't high-five me. That's racist.
That's awkward.
It's okay. So the point I wanted to bring up with this guy is Robert Allen has been posting all kinds of memes of how he's going to school us. Like
he hasn't schooled us on anything. He just keeps talking shit.
On how we, as in we veterans, are being used for the white man's system, and that anybody like Mike's skin color and complexion is wasting his time.
Basically, he's just Uncle Tom.
I mean, you've gotten into it with him a few times. Like, what has he said?
He said, "I hope I'm proud of my service because it's worth nothing. Pretty much, I'm over in foreign countries." Fighting wars for the white men, killing people that look like you. I responded with, well, the business of killing is a good business. And it pays really fucking good.
So what do you got, Kai?
Here is what he posted just recently. I'll be saddened by those who died in the gamble for free shit from the military on this coming Memorial Day and tried to escape a troubled life by joining. I'll be heartbroken and saddened they took a chance that lost. But those who are silly and stupid and brainwashed enough to fight for the freedoms of America, sorry, gotta pass. They died for nothing. Hopefully no pain. Definitely no gain. Too bad. Take it to the light. Call me whatever you want. You want to fight me? Maybe even kill me. No, I don't want to. I just want to embarrass the fuck out of you.
We're basically
take them meds. My opinions are based on facts. Facts? And he has yet to give me any facts. And then it goes on to saying, I would be getting good prayer in those body counts that you take or may not. Dude, learn to fucking write because your English is fucking atrocious.
No, I think it's a white dude trying to sound
may black. Not as go well as you think. Remember, you flew 6,000 miles to fuck with people who are no danger to these shores and the millions who have died. It is not self-defense.
That guy needs his fucking teeth kicked in.
He needs a rearrangement.
He needed this.
Really is, the biggest thing I get from that one is sounds like somebody who thought they would be able to get in the military, or they thought that they would do something with their lives when they got out of high school, and then failed and wasn't able to get into the military.
I bet you got a 7 on his ASVAB.
He probably did.
Well, no, he probably passed. He probably did good on the ASVAB, but everything else,
on the
he couldn't do it. Like his body style, but just his mentality of saying like what he says in there: basement dweller. Cheeto fingers.
What you're basically
I bet you he's as fat as I am now.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
When he tried to go in.
And it's the thing, if you want to say that, yeah, okay, I'm big. We're
fluffy.
We're fluffy. We're fluffy.
Mike's like the skinniest guy here.
Okay.
Well, Mike, how does that make you feel?
I'm surrounded by 3 sumo wrestlers.
And a dog.
Except he's the smallest sumo.
She's totally asleep.
I'm like featherweight, like level in sumo wrestling.
Chisai chimpo.
No, but it literally sounds like somebody that like he played D&D in high school. He was the outcast in high school, and now that he's out in the real world. He's behind the keyboard because we have social, justice warriors.
Speaking of that, I got to add to that.
And that he thinks he can spit out all this stuff because nobody's going to really call it a BS.
Yeah, no, which is exactly what we did. Like, I as soon as he started spouting off the shit, because like he originally posted this meme, I'll put it up, is we're looking for mines in a country 6,000 miles away from home for freedom, LOL. Go ahead and say you were brainwashed assholes.
We're brainwashed assholes, but there's more people that are in the military that have bachelor's, masters.
Yeah.
There's some doctorate degrees. More people that have military experience have more.
It's harder to get in the military than it is for college most of the time.
Yep. It's 10 times harder to be in the military than it is to get into a college because of all the requirements that we have. I mean, heck, you can go to a community college for you just show up.
Well, you have to show up, you have to pass the test, and then take remedial classes. But yes,
still, you literally walk in.
But you can't take remedial classes for military.
You can walk into community college and be like,
you get out.
I would like to take some classes. And they're like, here you go. Thank you very much. There you go.
I find that offensive for all those people that are mentally challenged.
I understand. I'm just saying, I'm barring it out for you guys.
want to say that
Thank you.
I agree.
I can already see our page likes go like this.
Sorry,
our page
my
likes
bad.
are doing this.
It's all in fun, America.
Okay, we are not making fun of mentally challenged people.
I'm not
We're making fun of
deaf
I'm just
people.
showing that as a reference point. The same as you can literally be a slug and get into a college.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
We're not done.
Okay. Let's roll it back in. So the point I was making with this is that I invited the guy to come out from behind his keyboard to come on the show, specifically our show, to speak his truth. I'm going to put that in quotations because he says it's his truth. This is what we're talking about. Is like this is my truth, and I'm gonna educate all of you racist, xenophobe assholes.
Yep. All the buzzwords.
And like you veterans who were brainwashed into thinking that this system was freeing people and spreading democracy. You know what? Like I have my own issues with some of the wars that we've been in. I've had this conversation with a couple of you guys about it. But when you go in and say that they died for nothing, that hurts
well, here's the
me
thing
personally.
Too. I know for you, Mike, and I know for me, we came in during peacetime. Mm-hmm. So we were in before September 11th happened. So
Nate, are you that old?
Yeah.
He got in like 2000?
I was in basic training at Fort Benning, Georgia when September 11th happened. Yeah. I came in June of 2001.
How does that make you guys feel, like knowing that there is a whole generation of people that exist right now that are turning 18 that didn't remember 9/11, haven't lived through it like at all? Like how fucked up is that for you, man?
You think that's bad? My oldest son just turned 13 back in April. How does that make you feel?
Right?
I mean,
I hear you.
They were born after
Yeah.
all that happened. Then of course they know it now just from history, but literally that.
But they're reading it in history books, and we lived through that. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing about getting old people is like that kind of that happens.
And it's not. I mean, we're all still pretty young.
Yeah.
You know?
Compared,
I'm 20. I'm 20 late, and you're 20
early
late.
30s,
you guys are
early
in your 30s. So like, he's in his 40s, right?
Yep. Early.
I'm right. I'm like.
But
he's at the retirement age.
Black
He's
don't
got
crack. Remember that.
That's true.
I'm
That's
seeing
true.
the top of that hill.
My wife said that to me before. He's like, "Wait, I thought Michael was your guys' age." I know. I laughed at her too. It was like, "No, man, he's an old black man. He just aged really well."
Mike is far from old. He has the same maturity as I do.
When you say old black man, does that mean 60 and above? Is that what we're talking about? Like, if you look like Samuel Jackson right now, like, that's old black man.
That's old.
I'm waiting for the day to Mike start yelling, "Hey, Kim, folk, let me talk to you real fast."
well, just think about it, man. The oldest World War II veteran who lives here in Austin just turned 112.
And
That's true.
He looks
true.
like,
and like what last week?
Wait, he looks like he's in
week?
his 80s though.
he looks like 70, 80.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I love what he always says is like what helps with his being young.
I smoke cigars, I drink
drink
bourbon,
Yep.
and I fuck shit up.
Yep, that's the exact quote. Exact quote.
That's definitely a meta mentality, and that's like I said, that's one of the reasons why I get mad at this guy. Is like take that 112 years old, fought in World War II, and he's basically saying anybody that was related to him and served with him that was black meant nothing. Right?
Yep.
To a World War II veteran, like how would you say, like Robert Allen, how the fuck could you stand there in front of him and tell him that shit?
$20, Robert Allen's white.
I mean, he's the guy that not only fought in World War II, lived through the civil rights era, and has actually seen things get better for the community in certain respects. Don't get me wrong, there's still problems. I'll say that. But it's not as bad as you make it sound. Like, ask Mike here. He's constantly on Facebook telling people that.
Telling people to fuck off and don't put me in your stupid tribe. He did say to me,
Don't put you in my box.
I'm not in
Put
your
you in the box.
I said,
me the way.
I was like, look, man.
Do you know the way?
I said, look, man, I'm not part of some freaking tribe. I'm not part of your tribe. I'm an individual. And that's, the biggest problem I have with today's society and this social justice movement is you're not allowed to be an individual. You have to be part of a group. He wrote back and said, black people, we are a tribal people. and this individualism is a new thing to us. I was like,
individual, so basically, black people aren't smart enough to be individuals. Like that's what you're saying.
Since the 1700s.
He said we are a tribal people.
Humans as a whole are tribal people, but we're at the point like I say, you cringe every time I say it. We're at a globalist point in our society right now, and it's changing, and that's okay. But there's still fucking things we could fix.
Yeah. Slowly but surely, but that guy, he's
a fucking tool.
He's gonna be famous.
Yeah.
I know Kai's been getting into it with him a few times.
Like
on the thread.
And the thing is, he won't engage me. Like he won't make actual engaging comments.
He called these two racist, but
yeah. he called Mike a house nigga.
Yeah.
And he called me a Uncle Tom Mexican.
He's not even Mexican.
But you are the racist one, not him.
Yeah, I'm the racist one.
So he says those words, but he's not racist.
And then and then he's like, so how do you feel when Donald Trump deports you? Again,
he's a native Hawaiian. What the fuck?
I can't
What do you have to say about it, Donald?
Hey, Donald, what do you got to say? You see this?
That's another one.
We got to talk about
Robert
that
Allen.
a little bit.
You're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
This triggered some people on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Triggered the fuck out.
I'll have to get a close-up shot of this for you guys to see, but he posted this on Instagram.
This is Donald Trump on Playboy magazine, March of 1990.
God.
I mean, it's
One
vintage.
Donald met Stormy.
We will take bidding at $100.
Mint condition.
Mint condition.
Wow.
The pages don't even stick together.
Right? I mean, flip through it.
There's a lot of bush in there though, but
Well, it looks like a lot of ads at this point. Nope, there's definitely bush in that. Okay.
Let's see this real fast.
Pass that around.
Pass it around.
Because like that, I actually have a picture of me.
Don't show no
like,
nudes on the camera.
Right, obviously don't do that. But on Facebook, I have a picture of a Playboy in the Humvee that I was in Afghanistan. It's got everything you need. It was like energy drink, Playboy magazine, and a rifle. That was all inside of that picture.
Forgot your crunchy socks.
Nah, that's true.
Crunchy socks.
Crunchy socks.
Yeah.
Canada,
I don't know. So why do you think people are so upset at this?
That's the reason.
This
why.
is when people like Donald Trump.
No, the reason why it's just because of his face.
Yeah.
Hey, no.
Damn it! Now that's gonna get.
Damn it! Fuck, demonetized. You're out of here.
We just got done being on a shadow ban. Now we don't need a legitimate
right
ban.
back on it. Thank you, guys.
Oh yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
This is when you can still advertise Marlboro.
Yep, Marble Man's on the back.
Yep.
And people were just literally upset about it. I was
Here's
just
the
like,
reason why is because people's head literally pop off.
They explode.
And they lose all sense of reality just by hearing his name, hearing his voice, seeing a picture of him.
Yeah.
For some reason, I have no idea. Oh, I don't know why. Because all of our liberal media basically tell us that we have to be afraid of him.
Talk in the microphone.
Okay.
The microphone.
Do I eat it?
Yeah, you can eat it. Now we can hear you.
Okay. No, but we've been told that he is
Not that close.
Oh, my bad. Put a sock on. I can't tell.
Can I get
what
one
do you
of
want?
these? Anyway, okay, keep going. Yeah.
We've been told that he is the devil. He is the Antichrist. But he's done more in how many months he's been in office right now?
He's been almost 2 years in office, man.
About a year and a half.
Well, year and a half. So
November is going to be like what, 2 when he's been
elected, but he
yeah.
didn't swear in until January.
Well, no, but we're coming up on 2 years.
He killed 5 ISIS. I mean, I don't say it because if it was the last president,
Now you're too far away. I know that microphone sucks.
The last president, he did it all. You know, it was always him. So Trump has killed 5 terrorists, ISIS leaders, and got back 3 captives from North Korea. Where the other president got back a deserter and gave away 5
who has been
terrorist
convicted.
leaders.
Who has been convicted?
Yes.
Like that's happened. One of the things now though that we got to talk about with North Korea though is them pulling out of the talks.
No. They haven't confirmed.
They haven't confirmed it. But they're threatening to it.
Well, but that's the thing. But they've been jumping back and forth. They've always.
But But the point I'm getting at is now the liberals are like, yes, this is exactly what we were waiting for. We were waiting for him to fail.
Yeah. We knew it.
Why would you seriously? Why would you want Donald Trump to fail? Like if he fails, the United States fails. Like why would you want to shoot the bus driver in the fucking head?
So they can sit there and say, "I told you so."
Because Donald Trump.
I told you so.
Donald Trump.
That's why.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is the anti-globalist president. So anything he does, they're gonna
Honestly,
be
no.
against.
I mean, I kind of disagree with that because he's acted globally. Like he originally went on a platform as being a nationalist, right?
He is a
but he has
nationalist.
acted globally.
Well, we're not talking about acting globally. He
Yeah.
doesn't believe in this global.
No, he doesn't believe in
government.
that, but he has acted globally.
And I think one of the Rothschilds pretty much said Donald Trump. I read it somewhere. Donald Trump is pretty much going to destroy the New World Order with his national movement.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
they're
lot. There's a
scared.
lot of nationalist movements popping up all over the place. France has got one. England's got one. Germany's got one. Like it's coming back into the fold just because a lot of the politicians have ignored their citizens and what they've wanted, what they've asked for.
Yeah.
and that's kind of where we're at. You know, and that's why Donald Trump is so popular, especially overseas, including in Israel, with him opening up the new embassy there.
And that's so funny is everybody wants to get on his case about him moving that. When you look at film before that,
Everybody promised
from
they were gonna do
Clinton
it.
from
Yeah.
1999, they've had it in the works of moving the embassy to Israel.
They were
And
always gonna
Clinton
do
has-
it.
Yeah, that's always since 1999.
Moving it to
He's-
Jerusalem?
Yeah,
Yep.
they've had it in the books to do it. He's the only
We're
one
gonna do
that
it
has
always.
actually done it.
Yeah,
Every president before him. So Clinton had said it.
yeah.
Bush said it.
Yeah.
Obama said it. There's
Yeah.
film of them saying that Israel is the capital.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
But
that's-
everybody freaks out because Trump actually did it.
But
the evil man.
you know, speaking of
so
Trump,
evil.
I sent out this motivation ass video today.
Yeah.
And
What'd you
Super
say?
motivating.
it kind of gave me a freedom chub.
A freedom chub. What
Oh,
was the video?
I sent it to you, and it was the one where they're playing like this music, and Donald Trump's talking. America forces will not back down. America will. You know, I was just like, yes.
We're gonna get it, America. We're gonna
It was to the point where Mike was like, does this retirement check do me right? Nah, fuck it. I'm going to go back in and re-raise my right hand.
It's like, I
I
will
state your name, do solemnly swear.
Now wait a minute.
Right.
Let's not go that far.
like no, it's like this would be a great time to serve. Like we served under like terrible DOD. You know,
Oh, I was so glad when I got out.
like now
2
we have
years after
Mattis
he
that's
was in.
running the fucking Department of Defense,
Oh, dude,
and
yeah.
like now we're out, and it's like that sucks.
How awesome would it be to have General Mattis as your
Oh
president?
yeah,
President General Godforsaken Mattis.
I would love for Mattis to run. Like I don't know what that would look like in terms of like because it was
No,
when he
he's
during
already-
his confirmation, like everybody was like the left was hard on him, but they didn't dislike Mattis. Like, that was
Everyone
the thing.
loves Mattis.
Yeah, everybody.
Well, he
loves
already said
Mattis.
that he's not.
Well, they also
not
say he's a
gonna run. He already said
warmonger,
it.
though.
Well,
I mean, I think he's a tactician. Like, I don't
Warmonger.
think he's a warmonger.
I mean,
he knows
the
which
people-
buttons to push. Yeah.
People calling him a warmonger,
Yeah.
especially on the left, are the same people that are praising John McCain. He's the
Mm-hmm.
biggest warmonger out there.
Let's see
He
what
actually
happened with
voted
John
for those
McCain.
things.
Let's talk about John McCain. Did you know John McCain almost got charged with treason before he got pardoned by Nixon? That guy is a fucking piece of shit.
That was
I don't give
Kerry,
a
wasn't it?
and
Not
here's,
Jim
and here's the
McCain? I
thing.
don't-
Here's the thing.
That's
We're
McCain.
not taking away from his service.
No.
In no way, shape, or form are we taking away. We're the reason we dislike him is for one, he's a rhino. He tried to act like he was a super
Republican,
right
yeah,
Republican,
probably.
and he really wasn't. He was more center left.
he's a damn ping pong.
And the treasonous acts that happened in Vietnam, and the minute you bring that up, you get all these vets out there. He's a fellow vet. You shouldn't talk about him. Listen up, veteran community. Just because you served your fucking country does not mean we can't talk about you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
We can talk
And
about
it
you.
It also like it comes back to those guys that got deported. Like we mentioned on the podcast before. It's like, look, just because you had your service, great. I love you as a fellow vet, but once you break the law and you do something that stupid, like you get caught selling trying to sell a kilo of cocaine and you get deported, that's on you, buddy. I'm sorry. Like
Yeah.
that's on you.
Yeah. and I think
know?
he came back. They got him. They let him come back though.
Yeah,
There was one that came back, not the one that was in Chicago.
not the kilo cocaine guy.
No, not the kilo cocaine guy. That guy still got deported. The other one that started the whole freedom vets thing, the one with all the
You mean with all the
deported
other
veterans.
guys- the other
and
guys
he
down
started
there.
like the whole deported veterans thing where
Yeah.
there's a lot of veterans that aren't even from Mexico, that weren't even born and raised in Mexico, that got deported to Mexico. They're like
Well,
from
because
Colombia.
they were technically dreamers, weren't they?
No. I'm not even talking about dreamers. I'm talking about the ones that were from Colombia, the ones from Bolivia. The U.S. government sent them over the border and said, find the rest. They said, here's a ticket. You can take the bus all the way back to Bolivia.
Ooh,
America.
that okay. I'm gonna admit that's kind of shitty. I'm sorry. At least give him a fucking plane ticket.
Why?
I don't know, man. Like,
here's the bologna
I
sandwich
mean, if
and a bus
they,
ticket.
okay, this is my opinion. If they didn't actually break the law, like, and they served, I mean, they should have gotten it when they were in. Maybe give them a chance to redo their shit. But if they broke the law, I mean, that's kind of.
I mean,
everybody else has to follow the laws.
the U.S. government can renege on getting your citizenship. Be like, oh, you were gonna get your citizenship. We gave you your citizenship. Nah, fuck that. We're taking that shit back. You don't deserve that.
Suck.
Oh, what? You molested 3 children? Yeah, you're definitely
Well,
not.
yeah,
having-
obviously. I mean, we can all agree that would be the one that gets you sent back. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Emma's getting
Sterilization and across the border.
She's
You
not
go.
antsy.
So we'll go into the next part where we need to talk about what happened to us. Is like we were shadow banned for a little bit, so nobody could see our posts. Like nobody could see anything that we were doing. Nobody could see what had happened. So apparently, when I went into the settings of the page, neither of us did it, right? But our page was restricted in the U.S., UK, Canada, and Australia. Basically, all of the countries that we usually post in, or that we, boost our posts in, was restricted, and that was the reason why nobody could see our stuff. So I'm thinking a lot of these shadow bans are people not outright. They don't want to ban the page outright, right? Because then they would get all the backlash.
Yes.
But if they just restricted it and nobody knew that it was happening, they would just think that nobody cared about their page anymore, right? And nobody could see that, and they'd just go the fuck away. So maybe that's what happened. I don't know, but I know that a lot of conservatives are getting that.
They would slowly but surely just destroy your product.
Yeah.
And, it's not getting any reach. And at that point, your viewership, your viewers, your people start leaving the page.
Yeah.
And it just pretty much destroys everything.
And just go away, man. Like, it's like,
It came to the point where, like, I had my sisters who are super far left who actually follow us, which
is great. I mean, it's probably maybe it's because of the content, maybe it's because their brother's on it. I don't know, but like that's nice to think about. I know there's a few people that I know that are left leaning that listen to us and hear us talk. We try to talk to everybody. Like with the Cal Exit guy, which pretty much our shadow ban happened after we had that guy on. And we started reaching a bunch of people. Like the Facebook doesn't want conservative voices reaching past 5,000 people.
You know what that means? Like. We need to just go find another platform where we're going to have more viewers.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of where. Dog, you're gonna.
Okay, she's laying down.
She's laying down. A zap and a loud puff of smoke. We know what happened.
She just has to.
She doesn't like that underneath there.
Yeah, she's fine.
Oh, she's just gonna go behind.
Look at this.
If you guys have ever seen our videos, everyone knows that she's always.
She's in it. She's in it. There she goes.
There she goes again.
There she goes. There she goes again.
All right.
Video games. Can't have nice shit. What? By all means, take your time. Let's take a selfie. Yeah, awesome.
Bro, I have something in my bag. You're gonna want to see.
No more. Last time you were here, my dog didn't shit right for a week.
Bro, trust me. I promise you, this is gonna be totally worth it. I promise you. Let me in.
You got 5 minutes, dude. What?
Wait. Turn around, bro. Turn around. Bro, turn around.
Oh my God.
Yes, exactly.
I can see everything. Bro, we didn't have these when we were in.
Even better, we got them when we were out.
High five. Hit the lights! Oh, fuck, I'm white. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit! Time to brush the teeth. Shit! Bro, what are you pissing all over the place for? What are you doing in the shower? In the shower? Hey man, toss me a beer. Ah. Damn, should have caught it. Dude, what the fuck? Sorry, bro. What are you playing?
Call of Duty.
Awesome. What the? Bro, why do you have a picture of me and my wife in your house?
That was a gift.
Freaking weird, man.
You're freaking weird, man.
And we're back.
Hey.
Okay.
So this is what happens when we fall asleep at work and forget to charge our cameras.
We never
No,
left.
I mean, we never left.
we never left.
We never left?
We just
Uh-huh.
magically got
Changed.
a new mic for this guy. So
Different.
It's long in his black.
You didn't see anything.
It's a long. If anyone
didn't see
remembers the
anything.
debacle, that shit show that we had during South by Southwest, it's a large black phallus in your fucking face.
that's
All right, so
Bump.
Oh yeah. So anyway, we were about to talk about the shadow ban that the Hooch has been facing, and then you've been facing a shadow ban on Instagram.
Yeah, it's either a shadow ban or it's a just them turning down the reach that two-way pages have. With Instagram, I mean, I have my photography as Schultz Photography _. It's SCHULTZ Photography _
Also, his other tag is
don't
Polynesian Patriot.
There's nothing on there
Yeah.
that page. That's mine.
don't forget Grizzle Grunt 1776.
Yep.
Wait, you said there's no photos of Polynesian Patriot that are yours?
Oh, I don't know. There might be. You might have taken some of those pictures that
Yeah.
are.
I think you
just
have
posted
taken
some
some
of
of
my pictures.
I said repost and I tagged you in it, bitch.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay,
therefore,
Or fine.
Why do you think they shadow banned you though?
Because
he's black.
yeah, you just colorblind.
He's black.
I have just shy of 8,000 followers, and then there's certain photos when you look at the analytics of it, they'll see that only like 900 people will like actually seen the photo.
Yeah.
And then there's other ones that so there are like 900 people seen it, and you have like 60, 70 likes. And then there's other photos that have like 2,000 to 3,000 people have seen it, and there's a couple hundred on there. And what I've been with some research and other people I've talked to, there's a bunch of us in the tactical community that do photography. We've all been kind of like checking different things that our reach is getting cut because they're not like the hashtag. I mean, if you use so many hashtags, if you keep using the same ones, if they're banned ones that they don't want anymore, they're cutting a lot.
My favorite one that is no longer allowed to be used is English motherfucker. Do you speak it?
That's another
Yeah.
one, or just like Glock was a blocked one for a while. Like hashtag gun, hashtag AR-15, certain ones like that. But that's what's in the photo.
Just all that anti-gun
stuff, because you get, Instagram is owned by Facebook.
Yeah.
And once again, like usual, it's that they say that they preach that you have your First Amendment rights, but then they're silencing everybody else's that they doesn't fall under their category.
And this is what I really hate about this kind of mentality that's going around, is that if you don't believe specifically what we believe, then you're automatically shut down.
Yes.
That we're in the minority opinion now. Like conservatism,
which is a dictatorship.
Being right is wrong. Like that. That's just basically all the message is.
No,
like
being a free thinker for yourself, being a free thinker, and actually believing in what our country stands for, what it was based off of. You're an outcast for that because you're not following everybody else's, even though they're the free-spirited, free-thinking people.
We're very accepting of everybody except anybody that's white
Rainbow.
or doesn't agree with us.
Well, you're fine. You're Asian.
No. If you're a male, if you're a white male,
If you're a white cis male, you're fucked.
white male,
Sorry, Schultz.
I'm screwed.
Well, then, dude, just pull the Jew card and you'll be fine.
I'm not Jewish.
Schultz is a very Jewish.
No. Okay,
It's a German name,
but here's the thing: it is
He's
actually.
got his little
Is it
curls
Yiddish?
tucked up under the hat.
Yeah, they're all tucked. No,
Is it Yiddish?
No, they're actually. We did some research with my family tree on the. It actually German. We kind of stopped around 1936. It's like as far as we can get on the German side.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know,
But they are the Jews.
where are they? Where did you go?
We went to America so we would not be persecuted. Yeah, das ist good, yeah.
But it actually is we come to figure that our family might have came from a certain Jewish section of Germany.
What?
Yeah,
das ist good, yeah. See,
that's
And
good.
then just move your feet first so she can get in.
Oh, shot again.
Yeah, just move your feet off.
Hi, Schatzi.
Watch
Schatzi, come and see here.
There you go.
Come and see here, bitte.
Come and see here, bitte.
Come here.
Come see here.
Come here.
Entschuldigung.
Schnell.
Schnell.
Sehr schnell. Come on.
Ja, das ist gut, ja.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move your
See,
ass.
and we have to pull her in.
Oh, yes.
So in Deutschland, we call her a Pfufferneger.
I think we just offended all German.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Back to the fatherland.
Okay, so back to the show.
Yeah,
Wow,
this is good.
that was-
I'll stick with my Viking side. I'll stick with the Vikings and my
so,
Italian.
But anyway, so like we faced the shadow ban. That's what we got.
Yeah.
And figured out what the problem was, fixed it. Now everybody can see our stuff.
And see, that's
And
for you
great.
guys on
Yeah.
Facebook. You guys can actually pull up a map or basically show the regions. Where on like Instagram,
They don't
there's
have that?
nothing. There's nothing.
But if you
Yeah.
pull up
Yeah.
Instagram on the laptop, I thought
No, I checked.
you tried.
I tried everything. I've literally tried everything.
Is your page a business page? Or
It's
is it
and then that's the thing though. It's because it's once again, it's you go to a business page because you
YouTube's
get
already
better
doing that
stuff.
too.
Yeah.
It goes right into pay to play.
Yeah, I mean everything's
Pay to play.
Everything's
Yeah.
pay to play now. Like Facebook is pay to play, YouTube's
Yeah.
pay to play, almost.
And Facebook owes us $1,000. Just saying.
right? Because of all
More than that.
which is really funny because like it's not like we aren't playing the system. Like we're paying for ads, we're paying our dues to fucking Facebook, and they're like, fuck your reach, and like that's
There's the
Facebook.
biggest right
Facebook
there. Is
isn't doing
Facebook.
the look
You
like-
shall follow our rules,
and you
or
know-
you get nothing.
And you know the funny thing about it is after we
Yeah.
got the shadow ban, I went into the promotions page to where it sees
Yeah, when you were trying
where
to
your
promote
payments
it.
where your payments
Yeah.
are going through, and Facebook I can't try to cancel my credit card that's connected to it.
Yeah.
And Facebook was like, no, you still owe us $25.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
what?
I had a friend of mine that on his photography page for Facebook, he did one ad, and then he's actually been documented his actual reach and his like numbers, like his analytics on Facebook, actually dropping because he hasn't done an ad and he's systematically being dropped followers.
Here's how I know it's really fucked up is that we went from average reach about 5 to 10,000 a week, right? It cut down 94% according to the
Yes.
analytics in a week.
Oh, he's up. He's like in the 200 to 300% drop, and it's been systematically because he did that one ad, the one promote he did, and then he's systematically since he's never done it again. It's systematically been dropping.
So that's kind of the question for like Facebook. I mean, why do you want us to pay for these ads?
Oh,
if
I
you're
can tell
just
you
gonna
why.
cut our content.
I can tell you why. The more money you pay, the more they'll work with you. But you see, look, some of these bigger names how much they're having to pay, and then you see the ones that don't have to pay and they have a lot of play.
I mean, yeah, we're still a small show. Like this is
We're a
this is
small
an
show.
indie show. This is
Like-
an indie talk show. Come
like
on.
if you look at it and what it comes down to, we are the new public access TV.
That's true.
welcome to PBS.
Hi.
Oh,
My
no.
name is
Our telethon.
The
starts-
worst-
wait, no,
the worst thing-
telethon will start
Hold
next
on, the
week.
worst thing about PBS though is they actually have people watching them.
That's true. No, I was gonna say
I
like,
love
we should come
PBS.
out with a new
Public
thing.
access.
So instead of like like there's Vet TV with the guys that we know, but like let's just say it's a PBV. It's a Public Broadcasting Veterans.
Yes.
There you go. So
But
that's
you know-
welcome to PBV.
That sounds like a fucking STD.
It does sound like a
jeez.
horrible STD.
Bad.
Okay. Anyway, away from that stupid idea. my good idea fairy just came out and just like flew out in front of me.
I was wondering where that the captain went and the captain and lieutenant just walked by through.
Speaking of stupid,
Yeah.
did you see the chick in, I guess it was Australia or the UK,
Yeah,
that said
I did see that.
you have to ask permission from your baby
Oh, the stupid bitch with the purple hair?
to change their diaper.
I'm still wondering, does she even have a child?
That is my biggest question with
Probably
that whole thing.
not.
Yeah, no, and because like as a father, as a person who has children, you know when
I'm still
your kid
surprised
wants to
that
fucking
someone
change.
cohabitated with you and had children.
But
twice. I've been married twice. Come on.
but
How the fuck does Koi get twice and then me?
but see, you know that's the
I'm on
problem.
round 2 right now.
Right?
That's the problem with our
Looking for round 2. Looking for round 2.
I was gonna be like, you're on round 2. What's her name?
No, looking for round 2. Jill and her 5 friends.
What's his name?
Oh,
But yeah, so that's the problem with our country right now and this whole social justice warrior freaking movement. It's shit like this. Now you're telling parents, don't change your baby's diaper.
But that's the thing. Where do people?
That sounds like child neglect.
Where do
It
you
does.
come up with the idea of like that?
Lots of drugs.
Lots of yes.
It's got to be a lot. No, it's
got a great idea.
It is the academic system. I mean, most of these
that's
people that
extreme.
come up with these like stupid ideas are professors.
because they spend their
They
entire
got they
lives
have
in
tenure
academia.
and they can just think of stupid ideas instead of like putting money in actual research.
Yeah.
Medical research. We're giving these people fucking money.
Let's just. I'm going to charge you $40,000 for this degree, and teach you nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
and make you dumber.
And one of the things that makes me mad about this whole situation is like, what if somebody like took that to heart and they like hadn't changed their kid for 3 weeks because they didn't feel like the child gave them permission?
Well, it didn't give me the right cues that says that
Right?
you can touch.
It's like the baby has shit coming out of its diaper. Like that's the cue.
A 2-year-old walking around with a shitty diaper.
Right.
Hey, mommy, my diaper. Change it yourself.
Did you just tell it that it's race or it's gender?
Did you
Oh,
just
yeah,
assume
gender?
that baby's gender?
We can't do that,
dude.
We can't do that.
Can't do
these
that.
days.
I don't like honestly. Okay, I understand a lot of where some of these people are coming from with their arguments. I do. I try to see all parts of the argument so that I can accurately defend against them. You know, you can't do that unless you do. And look, I get where you're coming from, but sometimes that good idea fairy, the one I'm talking about, we know what we're talking about. When it comes out there, sometimes you just need to fucking squash it.
Yeah, kill it.
Not every idea is a good one.
All my ideas are great ideas.
I can't even believe they gave her TV time. I mean,
Oh yeah, they did.
They give
didn't
a
Fox
whack
News actually
job
give them-
TV time.
Yeah,
They gave the guy that freaking built his own rocket because he thought the world was flat. That's
rocket
another one. Don't even get me started on the flat earthers. Man.
They gave the retards from California who want to exit a lot.
Oh,
of
extremely.
time.
They want to turn it
we
into
gave
three
them an
different.
hour.
They want to turn it into 3 different states.
That wasn't my choice. That was yours.
That's another one.
I wanted to hear his arguments. I'm sorry.
Oh.
It was the same arguments that we've heard the last 3 weeks on Fox News.
It was a good show though, and I really,
was a great
I really
show.
enjoyed having him on. But speaking of shitty situations, did you hear about? did you hear about freaking Starbucks?
It wasn't Starbucks. It was Tim Hortons.
It was Starbucks.
Oh,
It's Tim Hortons.
Tim
Oh,
Hortons.
whatever. This is neither here or there.
Either way, it doesn't
But
matter
That's
where
way
it
up
happened.
That's Canada.
This chick, I guess, got pissed off at a barista. She fucking dropped a steamer on the floor.
Oh, she didn't shit in her
growler.
hand. It
A
hit the
growler.
ground first,
She
and then
hit the ground. She picked it up and she threw that motherfucker like a baseball, and then wiped her hands and wiped her ass too. She did take the time to wipe her ass.
It goes back to the
And
same-
this is why you don't do heroin, people.
no. That's the thing is that lady was probably on absolutely nothing.
Yep.
I don't know. Like maybe I hope as a person, as an individual, that she was on drugs. Like I
No.
hope
No.
she was.
No. I
In today's modern
guarantee it.
society, She was probably on drugs because look at how fucked up people are today compared to how they were before.
I try to
Look
have
at
a
back
little
in the
bit
day
more-
when they would get locked up for anything. Homosexuals would get locked up.
Oh yeah, true.
Black people would get locked up.
Anything.
Asian people get locked up. They built the railroads. And then et cetera, et cetera.
Irish too. Don't forget the Irish.
Yeah, they're not that important.
She was
Anyways,
probably
so
on Zannies.
Dick.
dude, you're Chinese. I don't want to hear.
Chinese.
Your name is Koi. You're named after a fish.
She was
I
probably
was
on
named
some,
after the definition.
on some Xanax, or as they say in these streets, bars.
She was on
Bars.
Xanax.
Okay, yeah, she's probably on.
All right, I know
She
Nathan's
was on
over there
something.
steaming about this.
Life is steaming.
So, like, what do you think about this? Like,
Was it a Hershey bar?
Have you ever been so angry you wanted to throw shit at somebody?
No.
No, Physically,
because-
no.
No, because and statute of limitations have passed
Yeah.
with the detainee. I had shit thrown on me, and I had to burn that uniform. I fucked that dude up.
The only thing in society or in the world period that I've seen that can throw its own feces at other people
If you
is
say you're
the
gonna be-
monkeys and the gorillas
you
in the
said it.
freaking zoo.
Have you ever seen detainee ops like in the Middle East?
Oh, I mean,
Because those motherfuckers-
No, seriously.
You've got a lot of
Me
poop
personally,
stories,
I
I'm not
never
gonna
really
lie.
because it was literally we captured them, interrogated them, and then passed them off to people like you.
Yeah, so those motherfuckers were able to get like a hole in the fucking wall and chuck it every fucking direction. So like the hole's like this, they stick their finger out, pack, and it's hitting you in the fucking face, and it fucking stung.
Like a laser guided freaking poo throw.
It's like
What is happening here?
You know how those like little shitheads.
Those little shitheads.
So, welcome to the new show.
Welcome back.
Hey,
I have no idea what her problem is. here today.
yeah. She needs to be on
not,
something.
She's not a good dog right now.
We should give her some Xanax.
She needs to be on something.
God,
Yeah,
you need
she
some
is. She is
Xanax.
not acting.
Don't
good.
teach her to
This-
finger poo.
But Michael's being a very responsible pet owner. He didn't want to leave his dog home where she would be super hot because she's a husky in Texas, and so he brought her here with us. So that's fine.
That's fine.
Did you ask her and see her facial expression?
Yes, I had to ask
Before
her
you
permission.
leashed her?
Did you give her permission?
Did you
to
give her?
bring her?
I actually have to ask
Did
her.
she give you permission to leash her?
Yes, she gave me permission with her smiley face and her tongue sticking out.
Because
Like
she's
she
doing
does
it right now
fine.
too.
She's just tired. She's moody.
I think we're all tired.
She's a woman.
Same thing with like most people.
Yeah, but you know, what would be your freaking reaction though? You're in a freaking coffee shop and some.
I know.
I would run out from behind the
It's time
counter.
to go.
I would tackle the person and I would start beating the living shit out of them.
No, because-
not just the shit that just already dropped on the floor. I would beat them
you
so
would
that
be-
everything would come out of every orifice.
No, because
they would
the problem
shit,
with that.
They
though,
would
is then
shit
you're
out of
the
their
prob-
mouth.
No, because then you'd be the problem in that whole situation.
Nope, wrong. And here's why: because it's assault with bodily fluids, which is a felony. I defended myself.
Wait, that's a felony?
Yes,
Yeah,
assault with
actually, yeah.
bodily fluids is a felony.
Hey, the more you know.
I'm pretty sure.
Ding, ding, ding.
So I would beat the shit out of them, literally, and then I would stomp on them, and then I'd put their mouth on the curb, and then stomp it like American History X.
Then you would go to jail.
No, what?
called a hate
Oh yes, you would.
No, how's that a hate crime?
No, you would go to jail.
As
No,
you're
because-
if you're referencing American
You
History X, it would
You
be-
would
go to jail.
What I would do, I'd just take one for the team. I'd pick up the shit that she shit out, and I would stuff it in her mouth so that she shits out the shit she just shit out, and then I would repeat it.
Human centipede.
Our case, Jay and Silent Bob. What's up?
So, question: how would the curb stomp be? How would I go to jail for that?
Because you're going. It's
still assault,
taking the next
man.
step
Assault,
up, dude.
man.
It's
I
assault,
know,
brother.
but so did they. So it's assault.
But
So
you
let's
can't
go to the next
murder
step.
someone.
I mean, you
I don't know if they have
can't just-
HIV, so therefore I'm
But you
I'm
can't
stopping.
curb stomp
That's
people
not
because they
murder.
flung
That's not
you-
murder. That's
You-
self-defense.
okay, you might win that argument in court, maybe.
Maybe.
And now it's premeditated, so now I'm definitely going to jail. Anyways,
Not
so
in Canada.
Everything
Not
you
in
just
Canada,
said, just
though.
ignore.
You ain't gonna do it in Canada.
Canada, I would hide the fucking body on a pig farm. We'll be fine.
No,
we'll be eating some Canadian bacon, and it'll be
That's
fine.
what happened. though.
Canada is one of those places that are really weird right now because like nobody cares about Canada, but they make some really fucking ridiculous laws.
Yeah.
Canada would let me get away with
That's
it
what
because I'm a
happens. That's what
minority.
happens when you don't have a
'Cause you know that
constitution.
they have hate speech laws.
That's what happens when you don't have a constitution.
That's why we're banned in Canada.
That's right.
That's
right.
and that's what people
Hey.
don't understand. That's what people do not understand is the Second Amendment supports the First Amendment. Okay, so if you don't have the second, there goes your first ones, and people don't understand that there was an American that she got arrested in Europe because she was bitching out somebody at a coffee shop or something.
Wore a Donald Trump hat.
Yeah, I've said before, is that it's not popular speech that has to be protected. It's the unpopular speech.
But that's the thing, though, is they don't understand that if you don't have those rights, we're the only country that literally has all
the
those
First
rights.
Amendment, yeah.
Yes. But they're like, but you're offending me. And my favorite thing, though, is when people always want to say that we should be like these other countries. They go there.
You can move, you can migrate, but like, no, I want my country to be like that country. It's like, why the fuck would you? No,
Yeah.
we're not that country
my
specifically for that reason.
Well, my favorite one's like, well, we need to be like Britain. We
You
fought
mean
a
with knife
war.
and acid attacks?
Well, not
Okay.
even that.
My favorite one-
It's not even that. We fought a war. We fought a revolution to not be under.
Actually, War of 1812.
Yes, 1812. To not be under British law.
My favorite
But then
one.
you want to be back like them? Then move there.
My favorite one is when they're like, "Oh, we should be like Australia. They have no guns." Wasn't there a mass shooting in Australia a week ago?
Yeah.
Wait, was there?
Yes.
I think it's 3 or more is considered a mass shooting. I think it was
Seven.
7. Yeah.
Yep. 7.
No, it depends on what statistic you're looking at. It's 3 in some and 4 in others.
Doesn't matter. It's still 7. So where did he get the gun?
Yeah.
And then you look at it, and then you're like, "Fuck! I have buddies in Australia. Let me call them. Hey, did you fuck up this weekend? Because there's only like 12 people, and then one of them's here.
There's only a handful of
And
people.
one of
that
them's
have
here
guns in
right now.
Australia.
There used to be 19. Now there's only 12.
Is he in the back
So-
eating Vegemite?
Yeah,
We should
probably is.
Vegemite.
Vegemite.
Aye.
Aye. Rise up, lads.
I just think the whole. I hate that this has been going on for so long. Like, does anybody remember David Hogg? He just disappeared from CNN.
Yes.
And
Like we all said it would. Why?
Who the fuck
because
is David
something
Hogg?
else was more important
yeah,
than
something
him.
else is more is going to pop up. But
That kid is not important. Watch, they're going to show
What
him on the
they-
news next week. David Hogg graduates. Bitch graduated 4 years ago, so I
But-
give 0 fucks.
No,
my
He will never
point
be.
with this is that it has changed the way that people are reacting to the Second Amendment now. Like it is bringing that anti-Second Amendment movement forward even louder than it used to be.
Well,
and it is getting dangerous. It
Well,
is.
if you notice too, they've changed the wording.
Yeah.
Because the original wording was common sense gun reform.
No, they want
common
an
sense
outright
gun change.
repeal.
Now it's just literally it's banning, ban,
There was
ban.
there was a state or a city that just
Boulder.
passed
Boulder.
Boulder, Colorado
Boulder,
just
Colorado.
passed a assault weapons ban and high capacity ban.
No. It wasn't assault.
No,
it was
and it-
military style weapons.
It was semi-automatic weapons with military characteristics.
Yes.
So it was the wording used,
which
in
is
the language
if
of
you
the
want
bill.
to, if you really want to get into it, is every
Everything.
gun in
Yeah.
the
I'm
world.
pretty sure, though, and I think we've discussed this
Every
before,
weapon
that
is a military
the
style
AR,
weapon.
the civilian market owned the AR before the military did.
Yes.
and the military pretty much bought it because they like the weapon.
Okay, and my favorite, I love this one.
It's highly
AR.
adaptable. That's why.
Yeah.
AR. It does not mean assault rifle.
It's
No, it means
Armalite.
automatic rifle.
No, it's Armalite.
No shit.
I know. I'm just saying this because people don't understand this.
Yeah.
And AR or assault rifle is a made up word.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a made-up term.
But Merriam-Webster says you're wrong, so therefore we're wrong.
But also
And
look,
it's like,
look at
'cause
the
language
date of when it
changes
was
in
made
the-
up. Look at the date
I
it was
know.
put in there. Was the 1980s when the assault rifle ban back then?
Because
came into
they were
effect.
carbines. They were carbine rifles.
They have always been carbine
Yeah.
rifles.
And
The Car 90,
Yeah.
the Car 9 used in Vietnam.
So
Is
jokes,
what we have.
jokes on you, social justice warriors.
Motherfuckers.
it's this is the point. Like I made the meme about this. It's like Trump is Hitler, right? As
I
the
saw
one
it.
button, and the other button is give Trump all the guns.
Yes, I love that one.
And
It's like wait,
sweating.
that is literally your rationale here.
Yeah.
This is like, oh yeah, like I think Trump is going to become a dictator, but let's give him our ability to fight back.
Yes. Hence what the Second Amendment
Why?
was put in for.
Right?
Because people are fucking retarded.
Yeah,
Well, that's
it's
the problem.
Like, you know what? I know kids from the Special Olympics that have more brain cells than some of these
Yes.
people.
yeah, more
Because
common
because
sense.
because we want to listen to the people that eat Tide Pods and and snort condoms.
I mean,
No, you know what though? They're not just doing that now. Now they're doing the fucking what is it? Fingernail clipper to teeth
Oh,
challenge.
God, stop telling. Oh,
What?
that makes
Yeah.
my freaking teeth hurt every time I hear that.
Thank God I don't own a TV.
They are fucking retarded.
I am so glad I don't own a TV and I actually watch.
This isn't on TV. This is fucking
No, but-
retards doing it on fucking
I don't
internet.
watch news. I don't
do
watch
not
the news
blame
because I don't-
this generation. I do not blame
I do
Generation Z.
because they're
I d-
retarded.
Here's why I don't blame them. They have been grown. They have been nurtured in this environment from
Yes.
first grade all the way up to finishing college.
Yeah.
They have been indoctrinated in this ideology.
Well,
it isn't their fault. They're being taught this from this
And-
whole
and
their whole
Just
lives.
like the Boy Scouts are no longer the Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on that
so-
one. That's a whole other ball of wax. We could
and that's the
ball
problem
string.
with the education system now. It's gone from education to indoctrination.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
It always is, and that's the problem. It's
it's
the
not- it's not-
generation before that ruins it for the current generation.
exactly.
Every time.
We're talking about like the people that are teachers right now are those that were baby boomers and were taught by baby boomers, and then those ones that were in the 70s running around as flower children.
Yes.
Those are the ones that are controlling everything in these schools, right? That have that ideology that they've been trying to revolutionize the world. They've been trying to bring their social justice to the world, and that's what they've been teaching these kids for this entire time. And we let them. We let them do it.
their utopia that they talked about back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
It's the same ideology. It never went away.
No,
They
it's
just
just
found a way to
reformatted
teach
it.
our kids this.
Yeah, reformatted it and just put it a different way.
Resist.
Resist.
Oh my God.
The hashtag resistance
Resist.
movement. That is the
Resist.
fucking dumbest thing I've ever
Dumbest
heard.
shit I've ever seen.
It's like I said before. It's like, so you want Donald Trump to fail? That's like wanting to shoot your bus driver in the head down the highway.
Yep.
You know, why would you want that? You do not want your country to fail ever. Yeah, he's not your pick. He's not a fucking perfect man by any case, but none of us fucking are.
Yep.
So why would you want him to fail on a global
it's like-
stage enough that it would kill people?
It's literally the same thing of that one cartoon where the guy's sitting in the burning house and he's going, "This is fine.
This is totally fine.
This is totally fine."
This is great.
I fucking hate people.
No, I do too, man. I think it's stupid that the way that things are going. I feel that a lot of people we're letting this happen. I think that's why our show and shows like ours are so important, is because we have to say what this is our ideology. Like we're not perfect conservatives, or we're more libertarians or more free thinkers in that regard. We're not traditional conservatives. Like there's a lot of things in the conservative platform that I'm not happy with. And I claim myself to be a globalist conservative, which people look at me and he winces every time I say it. And I have a reason why I say it that way, because we are losing the ideological battle right now. If we're not going global and we're going to stick to a nationalist policy, we're letting the left win. And that's what's happening. That's why we fought the Cold War so hard, was to keep leftist ideology away from everybody else, away from the global system. And all we're doing is letting them take it now. That's what we're doing.
And we're not even saying anything crazy. We're basically saying the Constitution.
Yeah,
If you
taking
just-
the Constitution and applying it to everyone.
If you just apply the Constitution and abide by the Constitution, everybody's lives would be
It's
great.
not repeal it, it's reread it.
And
Reread it.
this is my point when I talk about globalism and putting conservatism on a global scale, is that the world should have the same rights that Americans have. That's what I believe. Is like the First and Second Amendment should be there for everybody, right? To be able to say what you want. Why would you not?
Because we shouldn't push our beliefs on other people.
I'm not saying push it.
No. That's what you just said. You said, I believe that we should. So
The
if-
left is already doing that right now.
I know. So we
silencing.
don't push
Yeah.
our beliefs on other people. And here's
And
why.
Here's where
We have to argue
Because
it
I
appropriately.
do you like when Mormons come up to your door?
It's their right to do it.
Would you like me to talk about Jesus Christ?
I may answer.
Do you want to
the
talk
door
about our
at-
Lord and Savior Jehovah's Witness?
I may answer the
I
door
had
at
a-
7 in
I
the
had a-
morning, butt naked, but it's my right to do it. Damn it!
I had a theory on that, so I was like, if they
Yeah.
come to my door, I'm gonna open the door dressed like Jesus. So,
Black Jesus?
so tell me about this man, Jesus.
Damn!
Tell me about Jesus.
But I get what Coy's saying. He's not talking about pushing our ideology on other countries so they be America. He's saying
no.
if the left is doing it, the right needs to step up the game.
I'm talking about
and
values.
and
They
show
should,
them
but
the
you know
same.
what? The left is going to say the right's wrong. The right's going to say the left is wrong. Why can't I just say fuck it in?
And we're losing a culture war on the right. I mean,
Yeah, no, we are.
We're,
And that's my
100%.
point.
We're losing a culture war, and if more
Because
people on the
every
right,
little snowflake is fucking special.
if more people on the right don't get out there and start voicing their opinions like I do, you know, I have a lot of friends that are like, man, I want to get into politics, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get into podcasting and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, one thing, you know, if you have your platform and it's conservative leaning,
Be prepared.
Be prepared and preach those principles, and don't ever steer away because someone's listening.
Yeah,
and you're going to strike a nerve in someone. They're going to be like, wow,
you're gonna
trigger.
So that's why people are so angry at conservative talk shows like ours. Is that they don't want our ideology to be thrown out there as an alternative. They only want one ideology only, and that's theirs.
Yes.
And that's not the way it is. Like if we have to be tolerant of theirs, they have to be tolerant of us, and which is great. That's part of the First Amendment. I don't have to like what you say, but you cannot silence my opinion.
Well, it's the whining baby syndrome. Is really what it is. It's I'm gonna sit here kick and scream until I get what I want because that's how I feel it needs to be. I want, and that's exactly what it is. And that's how. I mean, and that's the problem we have is because you got to think is us growing up in the in the 80s or early 90s, depending. Where you're at.
Yeah.
But mostly, us older generation, I can't really call us older anymore, but us.
Yeah, we're getting old. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Have you yelled at someone to get off your lawn yet?
Get off my lawn.
Not yet. Not yet.
So
I've been pulling gray hairs out of my beard.
Well, let's talk about our generation.
Our generation, the generation that we
kill.
have. Yes, there you go. Thank you.
Generation kill because we're not millennials.
That's the thing is
Zs.
we were before the internet, before all this bringing everybody together like we were. You survived your childhood.
Yeah,
making ramps, making stuff. You survived
before
your childhood.
the internet existed. Yeah,
yes, before you went outside and actually had friends, not just likes and friends on Facebook. You actually people that you knew.
We rolled around the neighborhood on our bikes.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
I grew up in a farm in Wisconsin, and we had a big giant old school bell on a post. Yeah. And if you were out, we had that, and we had like a light that was like turned on like when it got dark, like a street light pretty much, but like on the farm. And we had to be at least in the yard, the front yard, where my dad could see us. By the time that came on, if that bell went off, the belt was coming next.
Exactly.
And this is actually a good point. I talked to my wife about this about a week ago or so, is that we were the last generation, like my generation, Kai's generation, we're the last ones to actually be like in free range parenting. And the reason all these kids are so precious and so bubble wrapped is because...
Thank you for listening to The Hooch. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at The Hooch Podcast. Also, subscribe to us on whatever podcast platform you're listening on, and go to opslens.com for more experience-driven commentary.